Hi, everybody. Hey. Wow. I've been like MIA, I feel like, for the past couple days. I've been so absorbed in just the Lord and watching what's going on, and it's kind of all mesmerizing. Head blowing, mind blowing. Wow. Y'all, if nothing says the King is coming any louder than right now, I don't know what to say. I say this is it. I don't know. I'm not setting a date. I just feel it. And there's so much going on. It's imminent and it can happen at any moment. I think we all know that. So while y'all, and I have too, been watching the encouraging Jesus is Coming Now videos and have been very blessed. But in the meantime, I've been totally like really fighting the Lord because I'm like out of my comfort zone putting out this type of video. I like sunsets and encouraging and doing that kind of thing. Jesus is coming. Give me a J. Keep that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll be released to do a sunset after this. Won't that be nice? But I just wanted to share why I think this Hawaiian thing and started and why it's now. And I really think it has a lot to do with this. I think it has a lot to do with our brothers and sisters who have been having dreams of tsunamis and quakes and on the West Coast and just all the dreams just all seem to connect. And I've been playing this connect the dot game, so I call it, since the beginning. And it's like, the heavens have given us a story. Like, we have seen amazing things. We've seen the son of Jonah. We've seen, oh my gosh, we've just seen, I couldn't list them and make an hour-long video of what we have all seen just in the past year or two. Never mind the past 5. Of course, we thought Jesus was coming then, right? But, wow. And you've noticed all the astrological signs and all the constellation signs are all little lines with dots and stars. So it's a connect the dot game. And the heavens sure have declared its glory. We've seen incoming and we've seen some amazing stuff. Looking up. We've heard peace and security. We all know what's going on over on that side. But I'm not here to show you that side. I'm here to show you a different side. I just wanted to share what's really been going on. There's been so many confirmations. Whenever I ask the Lord for a confirmation, He's been like giving me not just like one, but a bunch. And it's like, okay, hit me over the head and make me do this video, right? Out of my comfort zone completely, so bear with me. Anyway, so let's go start like way back here because this is where it all started. Really, I've taken a bunch of screenshots so I could get through this kind of, sort of, as smoothly as possible. But this is kind of where I got my first one. I got the earthquake alert quake app going, and there were 2 3.3s, and yes, they were confirmed at 3:10 on, this was a couple days ago, like both at the same time. And well, Kauai's just getting pounded, and there's a whole bunch of more in here, and all the way around the Ring of Fire. And then we had the big one in Chile, which actually came in as a over 6, but then they downgraded it again to a 5.3. But that was a pretty intense big one. That's on the Ring of Fire. We even had one here in Texas, I think. Yeah, Kearns, Texas. Karn City, Texas, in diverse places, right? And all the 3.7s I'm seeing everywhere. So here I took a screenshot of the quakes, and of course it's all around the Ring of Fire that we're seeing all these massive big ones, and those two little ones were reported there that day. Okay, so then I was led to a video that after the second big explosion from Fisher 8 and is taken care of all the rest of well, a big part of the island and gone into the ocean now and wipe out vacation land, which, by the way, I come from Maine originally, and it was known then as I was growing up as vacation land. So that was no coincidence, right? But anyways, the scientists put some drones, got some drones in here, and are very concerned now that it's going to be a whole lot bigger and worse than they ever thought it would be, because they found a whole bunch of new cracks and stuff in there. But I also thought it was ironic, or not ironic, coincidence, 7771 views, right? So yeah, I thought that was a little disturbing. That's just a really sad video. He shows some really cool pictures, so as well, if you don't sub to him, please do. He goes out and risks his life right now for us to bring us the news. And so then again, the next day, I turn around, or that night, and look, we got more quakes coming in at Hawaii, a whole bunch of them now. And I think this is the day where they went over like 500 quakes, because like most of them are right there. Volcano Hawaii, Volcano Orion. Look at all the 3.3s. 3.3s and 3.7s everywhere, okay? 3's a confirmation, 3.7s mean war, 4.4 judgment. Golly, a couple of those over in the Fiji area. Yeah, this is when they had over the 5.5 quake, I think, because there was 19 quakes near the volcano. Anyways, I know that they've had massive a number, like even over 500. They say just around the island itself. But there was another 3.7 and a couple 3.3s. This is about Fugo down in Guatemala, and how also it said, I think, 25 confirmed dead. And then I saw an article, I think it says there were 33 confirmed dead. Also says that the USGS was right out there, right in the beginning, and when the locals heard the rumbling and heard all this and felt all this, and even tourists who were concerned right from the beginning. And USGS said, oh, no need to be concerned, no need to worry, no need for anything. And this has been devastating. And here was like a maps of the flow and where it's going into now. There's vacation land, Pocono Sea. I can't pronounce some of these. Of course, these are like totally covered now. And then again, we go, there's the 5.5 quake, and which really they downgraded, and this just really, well, let's just say all heck has broken loose, literally, since then. Now there's people trapped, people that didn't leave, people that weren't really warned because they weren't informed. They've had no power since the beginning by having to shut the power plant off, and they're breathing gases, methane gases that are coming up from the cracks in the street now. And Peely's hair, they call it. Anyways, you'd have to go find out the scientific explanation of all that, but it's like tiny particles of glass they can breathe in, and that hurts. And they're, this whole respiratory thing, staying downwind, staying away upwind from it is very important. So again, we got more quakes again, still there. And this is 73. He's pretty funny too. This is, I think they had over 500 quakes yesterday, just alone. And then we had some closer again, and I think even another one in Texas. But I found that, look, they're all Hawaii 5.5, 5.5s, 5.5s, 2 in a row, really, or a couple minutes apart. Let's see, that was at 8:50, at 8. Okay, 8:50. Again, 3.1s, 3.7s. That's not really small for quake areas, volcano areas, I guess I should say. And then I thought, okay, so then all of a sudden, you open your thing, and there's your email, your Gmail, whatever, and it shows a small asteroid strikes Africa. Of course, some people are saying that it's not an asteroid, but whatever. It's all of a sudden this is going on this side of the world, right? And just thought how it lit up the sky, and etc., etc. And then we had Fugo. And I looked up the name Fugo. But I also thought this was interesting how they've called for 3 days of mourning over this and the quake. And now we're up over 100 in Hawaii. But don't forget, if this quake goes, or even just hitting the ocean right now, I just read a report, or listened to a report from the military channel, saying that the gases alone and the ice particles are like glass. And so anybody in the air, or even by boat, anybody like within hundreds of miles from this area alone. And so this is going in our air, y'all, okay? And they've already got lava down there, and they just talked about how this is going to cause. They did not say possibly, they did not say probably. And this is shocking because they did say it will cause tsunamis back up onto the island. But I guess that's how the legend goes, which is pretty bizarre, and probably why Hawaii's like this anyways, this paradise, and as it may be. They have a goddess of the mountain and her sister of the ocean. And I guess the goddess of the mountain, Pili, spits out lava and makes new land, and the sister gets mad and spits water back. I know, right? Kind of crazy. I've been doing a lot of witnessing on this site. On these sites, but there's the big one, and see how they downgraded it. Anyways, it was just a question. Anyways, I thought this guy gave the best analogy to me about what was going on and how to explain the gases if he's in here. But again, the volcano was 44 kilometers from Guatemala City. Come on, y'all. You can't make this stuff up. My numbers people will freak out when they see this video, but Debbie's not just a sunset and, hey, Jesus is coming person. I do my research. I do try to be everywhere at one time. I am woman, right? Anyways, pretty creepy how all this stuff is going up in the air, and of course they said so many confirmed dead, and now more, and now it's over 150. It's bad, of course. But did anybody check out the Google Doodle too? Because he's running. I know, and it's Canada. It looks like a leaf, so it must be Canada. But anyways, it's running. It reminds me of running a race. I'm about to finish our race, y'all. Why Melania Trump's vanishing act matters. That's true. She's been missing for quite a while, by the way. But anyways, check out the Google Doodle. So then I found out through the symmetrics of all the research I was doing and all the videos I was watching that back in 1994, apparently Hawaii had a very unique eruption from this volcano. So that was like 94 years ago. So something prompted me to look up the number 94. It means unjust, unrighteous, and wicked. Okay? Describes being found guilty in God's court of law as a binding legal infraction against his law, which calls for divine retribution of disrespecting true justice. Yes, but no, we're under grace, right? That's the law. We can't fulfill the law. Again, here we go. 500 quakes in 24 hours. Another 3.7 right there. They're just everywhere. And now this is somebody reporting that all the comments. But also, it reached a record. The lava flow is crazy. I've seen some amazing footage and some really crazy footage. Stuff like you would never believe to see, except for the fact that if you're awake, you can't help but see it. Oh, and this is going on too, by the way, just in case. I'm all over the place here, right? Sorry, follow me, y'all. Anyways, they're playing this military game over there in Europe. NATO something or other. Strong Europe Tanks Challenge. 2018 begins. A warning to Russia. Oh, joy. So we got this going on, okay? But what I also noticed when I watched the video was the 33. Confirmation. Okay, this was the explanation. I don't have these in order. I apologize. It says another thing you find in the area is a large piles of extremely fine glass hair. That's what I was telling you about, called Peely's hair. This is known as Peely's hair and can be as fine as human hair. This is caused when spatters fly from the eruptions and the fine trails of molten lava coil in the air behind them and break off as very fine hairs like strands which blow in the wind. If you search Google images for Peely hair, you will see what I mean. This is the same glass that vaporizes when the lava hits the ocean and is released within the steam as extremely fine airborne particles along with acids from the lava creating new steam. But lays, and I guess Google lays, making it extremely hazardous to inhale. So that guy gave me the best information ever. And that was awesome. Made new friends. Loved it. Just, this is amazing footage that makes me so sad. Knowing what's going on, this has been going on for over a month now. And my very first question was, could this connect to Yellowstone? Could this just blow? This is the main island. They were talking in the beginning how it was just a tiny little fraction of the island and how nobody had to worry about it. And now it's not just a fraction. It's hundreds of miles. And they're talking that if she, really blows, or she's got so many others blowing at the right amount of pressure at the right time, if that blew, the whole island's going. And so, hey, I just look at it as the ground starts shaking. Don't worry about it. We're about to go. I can assume when it blows, everything's gonna blow. It's sure gonna make a mess, which means we have to be out of here, right? I'm sorry about that. I do have it on Do Not Disturb. Okay, sorry. Anyways, I had a conference call. Alright, and something about 40. I don't remember. Why did I look up 40 now? I'm sorry. The call distracted me. I do apologize. Anyways, there was something about 40 that happened. I've totally lost my mind now. Anyways, the call was called for set aside, holy, sacred. 40 days, I think they said this has been going on. A lot of stuff. I've been saying it all. It's like crazy stuff. A lot of people have been saying crazy confirmations for the very first time ever. Just by asking. And we got some more quakes again. And I just kept on shooting. Lots more 3.3s and 3.7s, and most all of them at Hawaii. So I wanted to make sure I captured these, really. I think I'm just kind of going over that again to show, really, we've had 20 in the past 24 hours. We've also had some in Greece. Secure team had this really creepy video out. And I guess you can't really see it in here. Anyways, I guess not. It's a creepy face. I sent so many things in the clouds. So many things in the clouds. Then, okay, so I'm getting at the end of my journey now. I'm sorry. Who would have thunk I just watched a video that said 444, right? The video length was 444. And then, as they talked about this Pacific, about the lava hitting the Pacific, and about the tsunami warning now that has been officially broadcasted. So, I thought all of this was pretty wild and interesting. I say that all the biblical signs we know of, and I won't go over them all with you because I think you've been watching the channels that are saying that this is it, and all the connections there. And I see a huge connection with this, so I just believe that we're all different little parts. And I gave my part at 3:42 p.m. Isn't that crazy? At 37%. Okay, that's why I took that. Okay, all right. I don't know if you can see that up there. Anyways, I just noticed that. It's like you can't help but notice this stuff. And see, 374 thumbs up. Another 37. Gee. Jesus is coming, y'all. Please. Some of you have been on the fence, right? Oh, yeah. There was supposed to be a John 3:16 here and 2. I don't know where it went. I had a 3:16. It was one of the last pictures I took. Where'd it go? Oh, that was it. Anyways, that's not it, because it won't go anymore. But it was 3:16 anyway, so I figured it was a perfect time to say, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, that whoever shall believeth in him shall not perish, but have for everlasting life. That we are not promised tomorrow. Make that choice today. Romans 10, 9 through 13 tells you how. It's simple. If you don't believe he's coming or believe in him, Jeremiah 33:3 says, call on me and I will answer. Ask him, he will show you. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever. I think a lot of us can confirm the same thing, that if you ask, you shall receive. Tribulation is about to start. The time of Jacob's trouble. It's not going to be fun. You're not going to want to be here. So I pray today is the day of salvation. Today is the day that you make your stand for Jesus. Today, I pray, is the day that you choose your master as Jesus, because you can't serve two. And some of you are, but you really aren't, because you can't. If you love Jesus, you want to do everything you can to please him. And that would call for obedience. And that would be calling faith and trust and reading the Word and getting to know him in a personal relationship. Oh, I pray in the name of Jesus that all of you take this to the Lord. Heed the words of the warning, and thank you for listening to me out of my comfort zone. I have to end it with a smile. Ooh, it's depressing. Anyways, hey, let's end it with this. It does say 91 degrees on my screen, but actually it says the feel like it of 100, so cool. In Jesus' name, peace out. Debbie from Texas. Maranatha, the King is coming.